Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Swapna and this is the second lecture on the first chapter, that is Introduction and Determinants of a Consumer Behavior. A purchasing decisions may be differ as per the family life cycle. The purchasing patterns may be changes as per their family life cycle. So see here, these are the purchasing pattern. The first is the bachelor stage. This stage can stretch up to 35 years of age. Some single alive with their family, the others live independently. They have an average age of about 24 and are free from a wordless care. They do not have a financial obligations and they manage their affairs themselves and are fond of sports and other activities. The second is a newly married couple, a young with no children there under this group. The next is a full nest one, the young married with a child, and the with addition in a family, the purchase are concentrated on a baby food, the clothing, the medical care, the health product, etc. The next is a full nest two. The older married with the children. The more children lead to a more expenses. The children starting going to school and there is a more expenditure on books, stationery and a college fees. That the toys, bicycle, insurance also become a part of their expenses. The parents start spending less on themselves. The next is the empty nest, the older married with no children living with them. The financial position stabilize and there is no expenses on children. So the couple is free to enjoy their own pursuits and spend on a luxurious product, or they can expend on a medical care. And the last one is a solitary survivor, the older single retired people. A retired people living alone after the death of a partner. The life becomes a lonely and the income may reduce due to the retirement. This again changes the consumption pattern and a living style of old people, because the another point is note is that the family life cycle concept segments the families on the basis of a demographic variables and the psychological variables. So these are the patterns: the bachelor, then the newly married, full nest one, it means newly married with a one children. The full nest two, it means the older married with the children. So full nest with one, their preferences are the different, because they are spending more on the baby foods, clothing, medical care, etc. And then the second one is a newly married couple. They are enjoying their life and they are starting their family. That's why they are more spending on the furnitures, households than for the outing, for the restaurants. And fullness too, they are spending more on their children's education and the other needs, but they are spending less on themselves. Than the empty nest, they having no childrens because their expenditure on themselves only, and a solitary survivor, they are the retired people and generally their expenditure on their health only. Let us see the next concept is a personality. A personality signifies the inner psychological characteristic that reflect how a person reacts to his environment. The personality shows the individual choices for various products and brands. It helps the marketers in deciding when and how to promote the product. Personality can be categorized on the basis of individual traits, likes, dislikes, etc. The second concept is a self concept. The self-image can be an individual's on a perceived image and an actual image based on how the other perceives the individual. Sometimes there could be a reflect between the two. The all individuals try to bring about a match between these two images. They're having a certain image in their mind and they are trying to match that image with the products. And the personality, the everybody's personality is different, and the personality is the inner psychological concept. Okay, so that's why as per the personality their likes and dislikes may be the differs, and their purchasing preferences is also the different. So let us discuss about a buying motive. A buying motive may be categorized into two groups: product motives and a patronage motive. See, the first is a product motive. So these are the factors or the characteristics of a product that pursue a person to buy only that product instead of the other products available in the market. सिर्फ वो पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट परचेस करने के लिए वो मोटिवेट होते हैं कस्टमर्स और द पीपल, दैट इज नोन एज अ प्रोडक्ट मोटिव. So see, the first, it's an emotional product. If a person purchases a product without thinking much rationality, then he or she is said to have a pursued by a emotional product buying motives, and they are around 10 kids of this type: the prestige, the imitation, affection, comfort, the ambition, the distinctiveness, the pleasure, the hunger, the thirst, and habits. These are the emotional motives. So because of these motives, they will buy a certain product. The second is a rational product or the rational motives. If the person purchases product after thinking a rationality, that is logically deciding, so that is under these rational motives. There are around 8 kinds of this type. That is, first a security, then the economy, the low price, suitability, utility, durability, convenience. Okay, by these motives, because of these motives they are purchasing the product. The next is operational motives and psycho socio psychological motives. These are the motives for a product motives: emotional motives, rational motives, then the operational motives, and a socio psychological motives. And the another type is a patronage buying motive. These are the factors or the characteristics that influence a person to purchase a product from a particular shop. The instead of a purchasing form, other the shops selling the same product. It can be divided into two categories, the emotional and rational. The first is the emotional patronage or the emotional motives. The if a person purchase a product from a particular shop without thinking much about the other shop, then he or she is said to have a pursued by a emotional patronage buying motives. So these are the around six kinds of emotional patronage buying motives, like ambitions of shops, the showcase of product, the recommendation by others, the prestige, the habit, the imitation, and the another is a rational patronage. That is, if a person purchases a product from a shop after complete analysis and a reasoning, then he or she is said to have pursued by a rational patronage buying motive. So there are around eight rational patronage buying motives, like a convenience, then the low price, then the credit availability, the more services, the efficiency of the seller, then the wide variety treatment, then the reputation. These are the rational patronage. And the major difference in product motives and patronage motives is the product motives is for the motivation or the persuasion for a certain product. But here in a patronage motives, here the motives for buying from a certain shop. For the product motives, the persuasion for a certain product, and a patronage motives, buying product from a certain shop. Thank you.